Jan Lipavsky is the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic. Welcome to our program, Minister Lipavsky.
Thank you very much for having me.
US President Donald Trump had a phone call with Russian dictator Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He said that he is able to end the war and to make a deal for a ceasefire. What is your reaction to this surprising development?
I think it's important to say that there must be fair peace negotiation where two sides sit at the table, Russia and Ukraine, represented by its elected president, democratically elected president Volodymyr Zelensky. And I think this is a principle which we must follow, and this is the position of the Czech Republic.
Do you feel that Europe also should have a place on the negotiation table?
I would not phrase the question like this, even though it is a legitimate question. I would ask what Europe needs to do to be a relevant actor in all those geopolitical processes. So we are witnessing now the emergency summit being called to Paris. I'm looking forward to results of that. And we can do quite a lot of things. So this morning there was a informal gathering of European ministers here in Munich, called by Kaja Kallas. It was quite productive, and we have clear understanding that Europe needs to develop a new plan and a concrete set of actions, which will give us a relevant voice. And then we won't ask even such a question if we are or not we are sitting at the table.
How should such plan look like from your perspective?
This is something I cannot comment much more on because this is being developed, and this definitely, I'm sure, will be the result of those political consultations on highest possible level.
There are lots of discussions about the possibility of deploying European peacekeeping forces to Ukraine in case of a ceasefire. Would you, your country, your government be ready to commit any kind of troops to such mission, to participate in such mission?
I think now it's not time to discuss such details or not even to speculate on them. But for sure, we know that the best security guarantee for Ukraine is to arm Ukraine, to provide Ukraine with weapons. Czech ammunition initiative. We help to level the ratio 1-to-1 on large caliber ammunition. We know that Ukraine needs more long-range capabilities to defend itself from Russian attacks. You know, the best missile is the missile which is not flying even from the launch side. The best airplane trying to bombard Ukraine is the airplane which is destroyed on the airport before it's able even to start its flight. So those are those long-range capabilities. And for 3 years, Ukraine is able to bravely defend itself from Russian raiders, from the imperialistic invasion. And we have a means to provide Ukraine to defend itself. We just need to find a political will. And of course, it's a matter of resources. This is always the most problematic debate.
Do you feel that Europe can help Ukraine to negotiate with Russia from a position of strength?
Absolutely.
And how could it be done? How could it be achieved?
We have to develop this position of strength. I think this is what is the mood here in the corridors of Munich Security Conference when I speak with European leaders. But we are not there. Czechia did quite a lot, and we will continue to do so. But of course, we are one of many European countries, mid-size power. So I'm trying to convince the others to, for example, continue donation to the Czech Munition Initiative edition 2025, or to take more measures on the EU level. But those are quite difficult discussions. But I'm sure that these days might bring positive development.
And also, you just mentioned about the Czech initiative on providing Ukraine with ammunition. What are the next plans about in the matter of military support for Ukraine? What do you plan to do this year? What are your plans, expectations for this?
The plan is to continue with the project as it is. It shows that this is very sufficient. It helped to change the ratio of ammunition on the battlefield positively, helping Ukraine army to defend against the endless stream of attacks. So we want to continue with this model, but of course we need to find the financing because we need international donors. We need states to join it. I have nothing specific to announce in this regard, just that we are working on that, and I hope that we will be successful with that.
Also, Trump administration would like European allies to buy weapons for Ukraine from the US weaponry production from the United States. Would you be ready? And other allies, do you feel that there is a readiness to buy weapons directly from the US to Ukraine?
I think it's important to focus that we need to deliver weapons to Ukraine. And I'm not ready to discuss details, but for example, we have this 300 billions of frozen Russian assets. This is a quite interesting money which could be used for such things like weapons for Ukraine or some humanitarian development aid. We really should open the discussion on how to touch those money.
Also, EU is working on the next sanctions against Russia, the next package of sanctions. What is your position on that, and what would you like to see in this decision, in this package of sanctions?
We are supporting this package as the previous one. The Czech proposal, which I'm trying to push through the EU, is to limit the Schengen for Russian diplomats and the technical staff and the family members, because there is so many sabotages. Last year we have counted at least 100 sabotages which could be connected to Russia in Europe, and we should do measures which will limit the Russian ability to do those things. So I'm actively lobbying for that, and I'm happy that France has joined the club of supporting countries for this initiative. We have not reached the EU 27 consensus yet, but I see this as a progress, and we have to understand that Russia is not providing our diplomats with nothing near to Schengen, because they have no other connected countries to Russia in this regard. So we are positively providing asymmetric measure to Russia 3 years of the aggression against Ukraine and the aggression against Europe with sabotages and information warfare. I think we should act.
Thank you, Minister Lipavsky, for your time and for your support for Ukraine, and glory to Ukraine.
Thank you very much for having me again, and good luck all to defenders of Europe. Thank you.